Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome to your reading. Let's dive into right away. We're by pulling some symbols and keywords, and then we're going to dive into your coffee cup. Let's see what's happening, what you need to know this time. Elk and the ash. Okay, we have strength showing up as a good symbol here. It seems like maybe you're embodying this energy, or it can be something coming your way very soon that will make you feel strong. By the way, if you're new here, I am Divine Light, and if you go on to enjoy this message, don't forget to give this one a thumbs up. Go ahead, hit subscribe. It's a free way to be here, and you can hit the bell so you never miss a video. We have a raccoon and sycamore. It says curiosity. Okay, the strength, I feel like for some of you can symbolize maybe in a situation, your strength is going to help you overcome the challenge. So curiosity can only spring from when you have peace and calmness, and you can start asking questions with like a joyful and childish attitude. So that's why the strength here is actually going to bring you the solution that you desire. That's how you can get to an upgrade to the level of the curiosity, okay? What else do we have? Skunk and magnolia, protection. That's why, yeah, exactly what I guess. The strength is not only for you to feel strong, powerful, like the Leo. We have the wisdom of the skunk and magnolia showing up as a protection too. So that strength is going to help you maybe build a protection around you, or find something to protect yourself that will help you feel secure. We have nourishment followed by the protection. Nourishment can be physical, mental, or spiritual nourishment also coming forward during this timeline for you. Let's dive into your coffee cup now. I'm using your rose quartz for some love, so we can receive the messages lovingly, or if there are any things that you need to know, the message can come through in a loving way. There is some tears of joy. Good news might be following during this timeline. Okay, it seems really beautiful because it's coming full circle. This is not one news that is actually going to make you happy and it's going to go away. Sometimes what happens because of today's world, we have access to everything, even our pleasures and the happiness. The good news cannot really keep us sustained for a long time. That's why the nourishment is coming forward after, I feel like, following curiosity here. When you look at things with this questioning eyes, and not in the sense of judgmental question, it's about the curiosity. It is going to also nourish you, okay? It can be bringing material opportunities as well, because I see there's a massive chunk of money here, but it has some eyes on there. So the more you explore, the more you might actually find solutions, results, like bring results to a certain situation, find opportunities. You can come by material success, maybe a bag of money, who knows, but somebody's following that, somebody's watching you. This can be like maybe you have a social media account, which most of us have today. Maybe somebody is watching, observing your account, and maybe you should be aware of that too. But either way, this seems like a massive chunk of money and opportunity is going to follow. So I don't feel like some of you are going to care about if somebody's watching or not. I see there are 3 pathways opening. The third one is going to lead you to a victory and maybe even an opportunity to climb up a hill here. I see there is 2 people. Actually, this is not a person. This is a person lifted up by an elephant, and he's shaking the trunk of another elephant here. So I said masculine energy represents that you're going to participate in this. You're going to take an action. If you have a question in your mind about should I do this or not, it seems like here the elephant that you're standing on can be ancestral knowledge, okay? Or innate knowledge, maybe something that you acquired along the way of life, that there is some things that you know. But the thing is, you handshaking with a younger elephant symbolizes you have the power to bring in more of abundance. And elephants can symbolize longevity, memory, by the way, because they say Elephants has like a big memory. They can remember events, and so another thing with the elephant, it can symbolize material satisfaction, wealth, and abundance. It can be used like 8 little elephant symbols, little sculptures can be used as a symbol of prosperity. So I feel like here you're using some old knowledge to bring new wealth into your life, and this time like I'm more focused on like a full moon's energy, how this is going to be affecting you. This seems like full moon is about release, but releasing some things like these pathways traveling can be symbolizing you're releasing something of the past by traveling those roads the final time. And the third one you're traveling is actually going to bring you to a victorious moment, which can bring you to inspire ideas, inspiration, or maybe to a person as a connection here that you're going to shake the elephant's trunk as making a deal. We have a letter E here. Elephant might have in their name E and F. I'm trying to think of like a name with E and F, but I couldn't really come up with one. But it can be in their first name or the last name of this person, or it can be in the name of a place that you want to go. Friends, for example, it has the F and E. So, and flamenco, no, that's not really Dutch. I think Dutch is it's also called flamenco, but I don't think this is the case. We have a letter A as well here. These can be in the name of the things. A, E, F, the things, maybe a company name. It seems like it is something big though. It's attached to this massive opportunity as well. Okay. So strength, because you are on top of the elephant here, that's why the strength actually showed up. I feel like you're coming into this space with confidence, strength, and also maybe you're wearing your protection shield as well. If this is a contract, because it's like a triangle shape here, like kind of shaped like a contract, there's another contract here, you might want to read all the fine details, because this can be even something freeing you off of a situation, okay? Because the full moon energy also have that. But it's not only freeing. I feel like this is also going to have, like, when you release something, it is going to open up another door for you, okay? We're going to look more deeper with the tarot. Another thing I see here is there's a mastermind you are meeting after you complete this deal. This can be karmic contracts completion as well. I try to give examples from the material 3D world life that we're living, but this can be something that has been keep repeating in your life over and over again about money issue, for example, because elephant is that. Maybe you're closing that cycle now. You're climbing on the top of the mountain. You're seeing what the main problem is, maybe spiritual problem. What was the connection to that? And you are resolving it completely once and for all this time. I see here, this kind of looks like a fan to me as well. Now I look at this part of it, but some part of it is missing. It seems like, and there's a person's head here blocking maybe for you to cool yourself. That's what we use the fans for. Their face is right in front of your face. That's why you cannot use your fan, your tool, to cool yourself off. And full moon time is about release. There maybe you're releasing steam, you're releasing some anger you have. There's a person, I don't see like a dark intentions on that person. However, it doesn't mean that they didn't hurt you. Okay, this can be someone, maybe their worldview. Sometimes even the bad people none of the bad people think they're doing something bad. They think that they're misunderstood. Okay, that they are so above the regular people and they couldn't be understood. So this can be someone like that. Those are maybe narcissistic tendencies, but it seems like this person is not, like, you can see their face is like, eyes are not visible, mouth is drooping a little bit like to the ground, and their nose is visible too. So this can be a person, like maybe they're even feeling upset because they're not understood. Okay, but seems like with a fan, You're going to have the chance to push them away. And if you can, you should. But this doesn't mean like hitting them with a fan. It means them like, like you fan off a mosquito basically off of your environment. This can be something like that. And I see here on the fan, you have another support person here. It's like two same genders. I see a letter A can mean the first name or the last name of this person. And there's like a small wave you can see. So small movement is going to be helpful. Maybe small movement can be like slow walking or like slow dancing, maybe with this person. It can be like a yogic practices, like doing yoga. It's like slow movement is going to be helpful, like waving the fan slowly so it can create like a momentum of air. Another thing I heard, I used actually in the past, if there are too many mosquitoes where you're living during the summer, you can use a ceiling fan to get rid of them. So the air is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, which is logic, which is careful thinking and planning. You can get rid of that like person or situation that's blocking the more air coming to you, which is your circulation of ideas. Another thing here, after the fan, the money actually, I keep saying this kind of things, like when I see these chunks, I see another big fish showing up as well. I see them as a chunk of money. I interpret them as that, but I'm going to say opportunities also for some of you, because some problems cannot be solved with money. Most problems, yes, they can. Okay. So, but this can be something that cannot be bought with money, can be love, can be support, can be genuine partnership, friendship. Okay, that if that's what you're needing, seems like that's going to be very potent when it came forward. That's why it's like a big full, very potent. It is going to have really fulfilling energy. Above that one, we see a snake here. I don't know if you can see, it's just wrapped around and it's just starting to rise. I feel like there's one here with someone with a long nose right there. They don't have the flute in their hand. You know that flute? Someone actually plays the flute to manipulate and make the snake dance, basically. There's a person right here might be trying to create this kind of like a tension. The more you want to let it go, the more they want to attach. Another thing here, I'm not going to just put the blame on any other person, because full moon time is for our release as well. Maybe when you want to expand, all the past drama comes to you, so you can recognize that, you can release that. Okay, the snake is being manipulated to show itself over and over again, but also snake has the energy of healing. So you need to look the snake in the eye and look at it and observe its move when it comes out to the surface. Are you the one bringing it to the surface, or the people bringing subjects like that are giving you poison to the surface? You need to be really aware of those. Why? Because there's like here, kind of looks like I don't what is that, hanging tree kind of a thing, and under here we have a sled. Wow, it's really interesting shapes here. Like you can either like put it on a sled and slide it down the basically mountain and get rid of it, or hang it somewhere, which I think that hanging is not really getting rid of something. Okay, it's just really like putting it right in front of you. It's extremely traumatizing. So do you want it to linger in front of you, or you want it to just put it on a sled and slide it down the road? Which I feel like here, this is the second option, the later, as the timeline goes, that's what you're going to do. Maybe you're looking at it very carefully initially, but then you're gonna choose to let go. When you let it go, this kind of looks like a fish here. It can bring material satisfaction to your life. And also the nose is broken on this person. Nose can symbolize, the Pinocchio's nose grows when he's lying. So if there is something that you're lying to yourself, or someone is lying to you, it is also going to be broken. It's going to be exposed as well. Okay. And if you're lying to yourself, this is not a bad thing to face, because sometimes we have hard time to let go of the things. So we attach ourselves to certain ideas or certain feelings of being attacked or criticized. So that can be also us facing our truth here. Okay, this is like a general reading, so it can be for all of us. Another thing here, because this is like a fire energy, I feel this is also stopping you to take action. You see how small his steps are? Kind of looks like Egyptian hieroglyphs. You know, they are like very mechanical, their moves. So maybe this is going to move you out of that stiffness to like really flexibly expanding and taking different actions, like you on your end, unexpected actions with positive, beautiful, amazing results. Okay, let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, and intention, hold it in your mind. If you made it so far, don't forget to comment down below and let me know. This can be interpreted in two things. I see a flag on top of the mountain. You're basically climbing to the top of the mountain. I see there are 3 people with you. We can say 3 people can represent teamwork makes the dream work. Another thing here with the 3 people can be celebration with your loved ones. Either way, it can be like you, the team's effort climbing to the top of the mountain, it seems like. It can be overcoming the challenge, or if you have anything maybe emotionally restraining you, maybe completing that or releasing that. You're going to have support either way. It can be emotional support or material support. That's what I was trying to tell you with 3. And the desire seems like it is coming really rather faster than compared to the other readings that I have done this week. I even see a W here. It can mean the first name or the last name of a person. It can be the win that you're going to get. Also, I see very strange something here. It kind of looks like the beak, looks like a bird. When I put it away, kind of looks like a tree with a tree house on top. Tree house can represent maybe a getaway, little place that you're going to get away. It can be a tree house. Why not? It can be something, a house made of tree that after the I think this is the before the victory. It can be even a place of quietness that you go to, which has protection and nourishment, and this will maybe give you the idea to how to climb to the top of the mountain and place your flag there. Okay, I see it here. Kind of reminds me of with the back of the head. This is a little longer. The back of the head kind of reminds me of the Sphinx energy. Sphinx was initially carved as lion because it was built in the century of lion. I think I might be making it up, but the lion is the leadership vibe, and I see some of you might be like putting on that hat on top of your head with after the accomplishment. This is not something is going to go away like one time thing. It can be something you're going to be managing for a longer time as well. Okay, this accomplishment, I see that this is surrounded by a lot of this little dots. Kind of reminds me of human beings gathering around you. Some of you might be even exploring maybe like speaking to communities, teaching people, or like kind of like an expansion. It can be like a program you're preparing for others, maybe even meditation, something that is going to really have a long-lasting energy. Okay, let's pull some cards now. This week I wanted to use mostly animal decks. I don't know why they want to jump out. The oracle is the only one. One of the oracle is animal, the other one is not. Okay, let's see which animals wants to show up. We have the skunk and the elk and raccoon and the antelope already. Elk and the antelope, they have horns here, and I was gonna say, I talk too much, but I can see the antelope's horns right there, which is nourishment. So it is starting with that and ending with that, guys. So the nourishment can be mental, spiritual, whichever one that you need at this timeline. You need to give it to yourself. Yeah, I know we might have some bad habits while we're thinking that we're nourishing ourselves when we eat a piece of baked goods in the middle of the night, which I have done just a second ago. But anyways, but whatever makes you feel during this full moon, I think they are really effective. And then after the moon, it actually, new energy starts to come in and brings this boost. And like, I don't know if you can feel that in your body. Let's see what we have here. King of Pentacles is, okay, I love the description of this. I'm listening to an audiobook. And he's described as someone who has more than enough and plenty. He's sitting in his cloak here. He has all these branches surrounding him. He has more than enough. We have the third horned animal. This seems like horns, kind of like an authority, guys. It's like your word is your wand, and that's what the power of King of Pentacles here. Whatever that you decree, you desire, you speak out, it is going to come back. So make sure you're speaking the affirmation, speaking out loud what you want to experience. And that's what the King of Pentacles does. He talks about his projects, what he's earning, what he wants to earn, what he created, or what the future plans of creations. Okay, what else we have here? Two of Pentacles. While you're doing that, make sure you're not really overworking yourself. But it seems like either way, it's going to end up very good. But the thing is, Two of Pentacles indicates balance, guys. Okay, if you're working too hard, you need to have some fun as well. Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment, satisfaction, satiation, feeling fulfilled with what's coming your way. But I feel here, before you feel that, oh wow, snake is here too. So I told you that you need to, if the snake is the one that is pushing you so hard, you need to work harder and harder and harder. You need to tell, I told you that you can't quiet that snake. You can tell the snake, okay, let's see how you're healing me while you're doing that. Maybe you have grown up with a workaholic. Now you're repeating the cycle. And the snake might be showing up here to remind you, show you that, mirror that to you. So you can take a break and step back and observe yourself a little bit. And it can really open up new understandings, which is a Nine of Cups, a wish fulfillment. It can bring an inspiration to do things differently, which can streamline what you do. This doesn't have to be business all the time. It can be about school. It can be about maybe if you're living your retirement time. It can be like considering how you streamline your day. It seems like if you turn it into a mission, it stays as a mission. It seems like with the Nine of Cups energy, by use of snake, instead of using the snake as a poison, using it as like it says, like too much of the snake venom was a poison back in ancient Greek. A tiny bit of it used as painkiller. This is not something scientific, guys. I just read it somewhere once a time. So using it for your benefit, basically, rather than really suffocating yourself. Which Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. But some of you are actually maybe the curiosity. That's why the curiosity bringing to you, oh, maybe I can have more. Am I going to have more? Is this going to last forever? Questioning, are these crops growing? Is it going to come? Any more of these are going to follow up? You might have some doubts creeping in, even though you get positive results with the Nine of Cups energy. Let's see, why do you have... Okay, this is a yes. You're going to get more of what you're desiring. But I feel like it's going to be your thing to manage the heart, like the Three of Arrows, the Three of Swords. If you keep staying in this energy of questioning in a negative way, you might end up getting starting to see the negative side of things. Okay, Three of Swords is like logically looking at things in a way that you start looking at it and it starts to break your heart, basically. Okay, because your mind overanalyzes some things. Some things happen for a reason. If something is ending, there's a better beginning following that. There's a resting period, and then there's success coming after that, which star energy is that. But I feel this is coming through over questioning things, okay? Instead of just going with the flow. So instead of just maybe asking, am I on the right path? Is it going to work out or not? Focusing on how am I going to benefit from it is going to be the key, okay? Sometimes the adverse breakup can be actually saving you from something that you will regret all your life long, that's the release time here. That's why maybe you're actually, when you're patient with the results, when you give it a time, you're going to be healing at the same time some breakups, some things that have heartbreaks, which then be followed by, of course, the star is going to show up. Okay, your heart's desire. We have your here oracle, scarab beetle spirit. Magic works through you. That's why I feel like this is aligning with the energy. So if you doubt the doubt will show up. If you feel, okay, everything happens for a good reason for me, you will start to see those good reasons. And then it's going to be followed by what actually works out for your highest good. Sandpiper spirit, be playful. When the things do not really look the way you want it to be, if the weather is cloudy and you're not really getting pleasure out of it, it suggests here during this timeline, especially for the full moon, be playful, guys. Play around with the colors, for example, or music, or change the certain things, maybe the placement of the furniture if you can. Or I'm telling you what I find with my old age, playful. But whatever it is that makes you feel playful, go ahead and explore that, okay? We have wolf spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. And this comes with, I feel like, the territory of the Seven of Pentacles here. Instead of doubting if everything is working out for me, you have life experiences and you can see how it's going to work out for you. So you can tune into that knowledge and turn it into wisdom. We have the second skunk coming. Skunk spirit, know your worth. And I feel here, the skunk, why is this showing up twice? It is telling you know your worth and protection here. Protect your worth as well. That's going to be important during this time. If anything comes your way, okay, it also says, how can I protect others here, not only yourself, okay? You are safe, your boundaries are respected, and your home is intact. Remember that when you are protected, it becomes your duty to protect others. So I feel here it's not only like protecting yourself, skunk spirit, also you're protecting your worth here. And if anybody like tries to violate any type of boundaries, that if you don't want to feel the heartbreak, you need to, during this timeline especially, be verbal about it. I'm not saying reactive, guys. Responsive is the key. There's a difference in between, okay? Let's see final message what we have. Education. Okay, education doesn't have to be always learning a skill or going to school, which can be, which I would love to, because I love being a student basically, but it can be being the student of life, okay? Education is an important part of your soul's development at this time. So if there is any information falling in front of you, it can be even a documentary about Atlantis, guys, which I was looking at a minute ago. Whatever that comes to your screen, it seems like if it's educational, you need to pay attention to it, okay? All right, beautiful. That's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, I'm going to add some more videos right here for you to enjoy. I wish you all a magical day. Bye. Hit the subscribe and join the family.